What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for TheLines.com, Playpicks.com, and we're going to talk some Dallas Cowboys football heading into 2021. Before we get started, as always, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up, then let us know in the comment section how you are going to bet the Dallas Cowboys or what you think is going to happen with this team. Year number 2 here for Mike McCarthy. Dan Quinn takes over as the defensive coordinator. You can see right over here, this is an absolutely free betting preview. Get this over at the lines. Just click on the NFL tab right there. It'll take you to every single team that you can click on and take a look at. Listen, not a ton of stuff going on with this team in free agency. Not anything that they were really trying to go out and really add here. I mean, Keanu Neal, linebacker, was the big pickup for them in free agency. They did much of this through the draft is what they were trying to increase production on the defensive side of the ball. And so they go linebacker Micah Parsons, then they go corner in Kelvin Joseph, defensive tackle, defensive end, another corner, another linebacker. And they took all those defensive players before they finally take an offensive tackle in the late rounds. And so they just really, really loaded up on the defensive side of the ball in the draft. And you might want to wonder why that is, because if we look at the DVOA numbers, Cowboys 23rd on the defensive side of the ball in 2020, really need to get better. Look, they were 24th on offense, but we know you lose Dak Prescott, your offense is going to suffer. So not really worried about that too much, but the defensive side of the ball was atrocious as well. So they had to go out and try to do something about that. If we take a look here, Super Bowl odds for the Dallas Cowboys right here at 30-1 for them to win it all. If we take a look at them to win the NFC, 15-1 on the Cowboys. Not interested in either one of those, to be honest. I don't think they did quite enough on the defensive side of the ball. And honestly, even if they did, it's going to take some of these rookies at least a year to kind of get their footing underneath them here. But if you were interested in this Cowboys team, we know one of the things that's happening is that they're playing in maybe one of the most coin flippy divisions there is in all of the NFL, because you have question marks around every single one of these teams, right? I mean, the Eagles, is Jalen Hurts any good? We have no idea. We have a very small sample size as to what he is as a quarterback in the NFL. Same question can be asked for the Giants and Daniel Jones. Is he any good? I mean, look, we're looking at a guy that really regressed in his second year, and maybe some of that, weird COVID season, I guess we'll see, but we're in year 3 here, and we don't really know what Daniel Jones is all about. You get Ryan Fitzpatrick here for the Washington football team, but we've seen this with quarterbacks tons, right? Like they get older and just fall off a cliff instantly, right? And so could that be the case here with Washington? So got Dallas here at plus 135. You're getting plus money for them to win the division in the NFC East. And so, I mean, that might be the best way to kind of go about all of this. ESPN actually ranks this team as the 8th best roster heading into 2021 in all of football and all the NFL. So ESPN really does like this roster a ton. Sharp Football has them as the 6th easiest schedule in all of the NFL as we head into 2021. So that could help with this win total that we look at right here, sitting at 9. So the over, though, is juiced to minus 140. Under, you're sitting at plus 115. Sharp Football has them forecasted at 9.5 wins. So not a lot of value there. Pro Football Focus, on the other hand, has this team power rated 18th. So they are a little bit lower on this team than it seems like ESPN is. A 1.5% Super Bowl win possibility. They actually have this team projected at 8.3 wins. So they have them under here, actually hitting the under in 71% of their simulations. What Pro Football Focus does is run through the season 10,000 times and takes the average of all that. And the average was 8.3 wins and hitting the under at 71% of the time. So if you want to follow those guys, they would have the under kind of hitting here, and you're getting plus money on that. Take a look at Dallas Cowboys here to make the playoffs. Yes, minus 140. No, plus 110. I don't really like this bet because I would just take the plus money for them to win the division, because when we look at this, I don't think 2 teams are getting out of this division. So I think you're going to have to win the division to make the playoffs. And so why not take the plus money on them to win the NFC East? I mean, listen, one thing we know about this team, with this Dallas Cowboys team, and I'll let you read along here a little bit, is the fact they have a great offensive line. They're going to have the 6th best, according to Pro Football Focus, they've forecasted at the 6th best offensive line as we head into the season here. Look, Tyron Smith only played 154 snaps last year. You got La'el Collins back after missing all of 2020. Zach Martin second highest graded guard in the entire league. So you're going to have a really good offensive line here for this Dallas Cowboys team. The defensive line, on the other hand, is where the real problem is, and which is why they did what they did in the draft. They come in with a preseason ranking of 27th in the league. They allowed 2.3 rushing yards before contact in 2020. Running backs were getting 2 yards down the field before they even got touched by this defensive line. That is half a yard more than the second next person in the NFL last year, which is absolutely rancid was this team. Now, they did bring in a new defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, who should be able, or is at least going to be tasked with trying to turn this stuff around. Now, that being said, you know what you have here in this receiving core and what you have on the offensive side of the ball. One of the most talented teams in all of the NFL whenever you just look on paper. Running back position, you have Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, who, by the way, Tony Pollard is a baller. Then you look at the wide receiver position. Oh, yeah, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb. So you have these guys, coming in second best receiving core, receiving group in the entire NFL behind only the Bucs, who have Godwin, Evans, and, of course, Antonio Brown. So this is a team here that if you take a look, it's all going to come down to how healthy is Dak Prescott and how much can this defense take a step forward here in 2021. If Dak Prescott comes back and is Dak Prescott like we saw kind of at the beginning of last year, and this horrific injury that we saw from him doesn't linger, then this offense is going to be amazing. And we know that. Great offensive line, great weapons at every single level. It's going to be a really good offense. They're going to put points on the board. But can they stop the other teams from scoring? And that's really what it's going to come down to. When you take a look at this schedule, like I said, sixth easiest schedule in the NFL. And now it starts out tough, obviously, whenever you look. Yeah, you got the Bucs. We don't really know what the Chargers are going to be here in year two of Justin Herbert era. But then look at this. And then it goes Eagles, Panthers, Giants. We think the Patriots could be kind of coin flippy at best. Broncos, unless they, acquire Aaron Rodgers or something like that, they're going to be down. And then you look Falcons. Then you look Raiders, Saints. I think is going to be down. Giants. There's a lot of wins on this schedule here for this Dallas Cowboys team, and so. Can they just keep these other teams from scoring at will against them? And that's really what it all comes down to. So for me, if there's a bet to be made on this team, it comes over here to just the division odds. I'm getting plus money on them to win a division that I think is as up in the air as any division there is in the NFL. They're the favorite for a reason because of what they have on the offensive side. Can that defensive side take that step forward? What do you guys think? Do you like them here to win the division? Are you going to take a flyer on the Super Bowl or the NFC? I would not go that route. What do you think about that win total sitting at 9? And then what do you think about this to make the playoffs, some kind of bet like that? Let us know in the comment section. Go ahead and, of course, thumbs up and like the page as well while you're here. Look, free betting guide over on the line, so be sure and head over there, guys. Look, all you do is click this NFL tab at the top. It'll take you right here to all of the betting guides for every one of the teams. Absolutely free, so take advantage of that as well. And good luck on all your bets here in 2021.